Hey, Shalom, welcome to the Karma Kapash from GMS London, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching the truth in all sincerity. Back here with another video. There's interesting developments all over the earth, man, but this one, popped up recently. Brothers have covered it already and that. But, just showing you the times that we're living in, man. Because to think, all of Esau's kingdom, when it was established, established itself on Christian values, right? They posed to be, God's people, and supposedly upheld the Bible. They got, in the congregations and in the governments and courts and all this kind of stuff. So, to make it look like, they're running some kind of legitimate kingdom, some righteous kingdom. But look what's happening as we draw closer to the end. Look what they're doing, right? They're throwing the Bible under the bus, man. Right? The true gospel, because they've controlled the narrative long enough, right? In terms of the teaching of the Bible, which is all, BS, right? But that's being challenged now, and people are speaking out against it, mostly, namely the prophets, the men of the Lord, i.e. elders and apostles, and the Israelite camps out there, teaching this true gospel, right? And now they want to outlaw it, they want to demonize it, they want to punish people for, teaching and speaking, which just goes to show you, man, this isn't this isn't about Esau isn't a force for good. Yeah, he doesn't care about the Bible, he doesn't care about righteousness, he doesn't care about these things. He cares about his his agendas, his ideologies, his philosophies, right? It's never been about the Bible. Bible is just a facade that he used to deceive the people, and put up his image as God. So, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do, man, because he's God, right? He's the authority on the Bible. He's the authority on everything, right? So he gets the final say in all things, not the scriptures. You don't care about the scriptures, right? Because really the word, the true gospel, is an enemy to this world, an enemy to his kingdom, right? And this is why he's gonna, he wants to outlaw it. He's gonna outlaw it, and he's gonna persecute those that teach it, right? And the main subject, or the main focus, is really to prevent us or get rid of us, right? But because we have to have a Bible in our hand, and that he doesn't want to specifically address us, he's got to attack the whole of Christianity, right? He's got to demonize the whole thing, right? Because what he's really concerned about is the Israelites. That's what he's really concerned about. He's concerned about the men of the Lord teaching this true gospel out there on the highways and byways, and he needs to do what he can, or try, to try and remove us, to not push this word out. Okay, which is ultimately going to fail. This word is going to get to who it needs to get to, which is the elect of Israel. And once that's done, it's over for him. Okay, we don't need to get to everybody on the planet. What for? The Most High is only looking for his elect. All right? And so you're not going to succeed in preventing us doing our job, no matter what you do to us, no matter what laws you put in place and all of that. All right? But, let's go into some of this. All right, this was passed in Canada, or this bill was being introduced in Canada, right? The C-367 says reading aloud from the Bible is hate speech to be severely punished. But like I said, these guys were meant to be defenders of the gospel, but now they're going to punish people for reading from it because it doesn't fit their agendas that they're pushing, right? Because like I said, the word of the Lord is an enemy to Esau and his kingdom and his world, right? They're not on the same side. Okay, Esau's the devil. Okay, these so-called white people are the devil, man, that are in rulership. They're against the Bible. Okay, and the Bible, or the word of the Most High, is against them. All right? So, it says, hair-thinning legislation introduced in Canada. Critics compare Amendment C-367 to the laws of Communist China. So, these men are, curse out the Chinese for how they rule over their people and all that kind of stuff, man. But look at what you guys are doing. That's why there's men are comparing it to that, because you're doing the same thing. Right? So some organs of the so-called progressive press try to ridicule or present the fact of the persecution of Christians in the West as non-existent. All right. Most recently, they served up the statement of State Secretary Miklo Slotz, who spoke to dismissal and prisons for those who profess Christianity. Let's get to the point. So check this, right? It says this in part in bold, right? It says the persecution of Christians in the West is rather a product of restriction of freedom of religion and speech. But these are the things you promoted, right? Because you're not even trying to put on these restrictions in terms of these other religions. As long as they don't speak against your system, okay, and your ideology, you're allowed to have these other religions, be there and be taught. It shows you, man, this image of the beast that, these people think is Christianity or Caesar Borgia, it shows you it's not really about all of that. It's not about religion. His image is his image. His image is his democracy and his ways, his philosophies, his doctrine, his own doctrine, the way he sees things. That's his image, his system. It's not about religion. Religion for him is just a tool to control people. As long as it fits his narrative, it's fine. You don't mind that. He doesn't care what you believe in, as long as you do what he tells you to do, as long as you do what he says. Right? That's really the image. It ain't Caesar Borgia, man. That's ridiculous. Why is he persecuting, man? Anyway, it says so the persecution of Christians in the West is rather a product of the restriction of freedom of religion and speech, of the basic ideals on which liberal democracies were once built, right? So you're supposed to have built your kingdom, your system upon the Bible. That's how it started off, supposedly, right? In many ways, Canada is an example, sometimes even a pioneer of this trend, just a few flavors. Right? So in 2013, the Canadian Supreme Court classified the Bible-based criticism of flamers as a hate crime in connection with an otherwise really, homophobe leaflet, right? And so, like we bring out, right? There's things that are taught in the Bible that are meant to be upheld in the Bible, right? We're meant to be a Christian nation. You're meant to uphold these laws because they're righteous laws given to us by the Heavenly Father, right? That's how it's supposed to be. But because you don't like them, Esau wants to change things because he's a Mo at heart, right? He's changing things and changing, the conception of things. And so now he's deeming it hateful to be against these things that the Most High is against. They'll tell you it's not Christian like, or it's not biblical. It's not, they're trying to twist things up to try, to have an excuse to bring these things in, to allow these things to take place on the earth. But this is why this world is so wicked. That's why it's so wicked. Okay. I'm gonna grab a couple of scriptures. I'm gonna continue looking at the document or article, right? So 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. I'm gonna get this first and then jump down, right? He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, right? And you're going to get, a list of things that are supposed to be signs to show you that, the end is coming, right? But this also is one of these things that, Esau is just doing away with the scriptures, things he used to uphold, he's not upholding no more. He's throwing it under the bus, right? That's an indication of the time we're living in at the end, right? Because he needs to demonize these things to push his own agendas. Okay. This is therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world have a beginning and the end is manifest. Right? I want to jump down to verse 9 here, right? It says, then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, right? Because Esau has known the ways. He's had the book, right? He's used it for, his tool of control. So he knows what's in it. Okay. He knows how he's supposed to be living. Just like Cain knew what the proper sacrifice was supposed to be, the offering, but he just decides to do the opposite because he's the devil, right? So then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, right? He's going to cast them away. For such as in their life have received benefits, right? Hey, Most High give you a whole kingdom, man. A time to rule. He's giving you that. You didn't get that by yourself. He gave you that, man. And you don't even show no respect. Don't give no praise or glory to the Heavenly Father at all. You give glory to yourself. All right? And you should dwell in torments, right? It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they have loathed my law. You really hate this law. You despise this law. Okay, that's why you say, to speak about these things and to speak against flamers, that's hateful. Well, the Most High doesn't think so. But you're gonna demonize, men that believe in in His word, or at least in parts of it. But if for the men of the Lord out here that teaching this gospel in 100%, you're gonna demonize them because they believe in the Most High's word. All right. This is and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. And you despise this word, right? The same must know it after death by pain, right? So destruction is coming to you, man, and then you're gonna understand everything, man. Once you've been destroyed, okay, and return to the spirit, you're gonna understand everything, man. All right. But this is it. This is what's going on, and this is the time. They said that they're trying to demonize the scriptures, gonna do away with the scriptures. This Psalms 50 verse 17 says, verse 16 says, but unto the wicked God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Right. So I say Esau's put himself in a position, and he founded these nations on Christianity and the laws of the scriptures and all these kinds of things. He's declaring them and all that kind of stuff. What's it got to do with you, though? You don't actually agree with it. You don't actually want to uphold them. All right. That's what it says. What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest takest my covenant in thy mouth? It had nothing to do with you, man, because you're the fucking wicked. Right? So seeing thou hatest instruction, the wicked hate the instruction of the Lord, man. They hate His word. Okay, but you've had to use that to maintain some kind of power and image to the world. Right? That's why you've used it. And you've used it to great effect for your own needs, man. That's why all the scriptures and the understanding of these scriptures has been twisted. It's not the Bible itself that's been changed, but really the teachings of it, how it is being taught. And Esau has been in control of that, man. They say he set himself up as the Most High, he set himself up as the Son of God, he set himself up as the image of the angels, right? He's stolen all the images. That's why he did all that iconoclasm, man, to deceive people, to have him, looked at as God. The ones that have the truth and all this kind of stuff. And that's why the world follows you, man, because they believe you to be a righteous man. When you're just you're the devil, man. You're the wicked. You did a big fucking PR campaign that you did. And it's paid off. Right, but it says, seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my words behind you. Right, so they're showing their true colors, man, and what it is that they really want to do, what they're really about. They're about wickedness, right? And they're about to demonize anybody that wants to stand up for righteousness in any bit, small or great. They want to do them harm. They want to punish them. All right, I quick just want to check another one that lined up. All right. So really they're bringing in to protect these bloody alphabet groups. All right, so they're going to punish those that disagree with them. All right, and I'm not going to read all these things because you can see it, and you know what YouTube is like. So yeah, they're bringing it in for the LGBT community. So they're going to demonize the scriptures to protect them. All right. And this is in Canada, but yeah. So and that's in the West. Okay, under these so-called God-fearing people, under Esau. Okay, all for flamers, man. All for the confused. So, by the way, in Western Europe and especially in the United Kingdom, that's where we are right now. There are already plenty of examples of what it looks like to carry out a hate crime by reading the Bible. If clauses like the one in Canada do not protect religious beliefs and freedom of speech, okay? But I said the real aim of Esau doing this, because I said is talking about only one thing. It's only talking about these LGBT groups, these alphabet groups, because that's who they're trying to defend. And so they, what they're really referencing to here in these articles is these white Christian, groups that try to uphold that teaching or teaching against these things, right? But in reality, what this is really being brought in for is to stop the men of the Lord teaching the gospel, right? The Israelites, okay, us, okay, because we can talk about these things too, okay, a lot, right? But we're not being mentioned here, and we're not likely to be mentioned. Whoops, we're not likely to be mentioned. You know, they want the focus being elsewhere. All right, and this is from another one, another site. It says Bill C367 has sparked debate over free speech and religious expression in Canada with concerns it may criminalize Christian beliefs. Recent legislative developments in Canada have sparked widespread concern among Christian communities and free speech advocates. Bill C367 purported to amend the criminal code called Redefine the Boundaries of Free Speech, particularly targeting expressions of Christian teachings. This move has been interpreted by many as an attempt to criminalize Christianity under the guise of combating hate speech and anti-Semitism. All right, so that could be, the anti-Semi thing could be a nod to us, without mentioning us, But all these things, because we speak against all these things at the end of the day. Okay, because we bring out the truth. Right, so the core of the controversy lies in the proposed amendments to Canada's criminal code, which seek to eliminate the good faith defense for statements deemed as hate speech or anti-Semi, right? This includes expressions and practices central to Christianity, such as the Bible readings and prayers. Critics argue that this could lead to severe penalties for those who publicly adhere to traditional Christian beliefs, especially regarding controversial topics like, the alphabet isms, right? According to the Rebel News, similar concerns have been raised in past with Bill C63, highlighting a trend towards increasing regulation of speech in Canada. So the potential for heavy fines or imprisonment for expressing traditional Christian views is seen as a direct threat to religious freedom. This has raised alarm bells about broader societal and legal implications of such legislative changes, potentially setting the precedent for other jurisdictions. All right, so we know this time's coming. Okay, when men of the law, we're going to be persecuted for the teachings, man, for the truth. It's 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, right? Because those that fear the Lord are going to uphold his word. Right? They're not going to hide. Right? They're not going to, change their tune. Right? They're not going to change what they're teaching. Okay, you're going to hear us, man. You're going to see us. Right? Until a time where you can't. Until the famine of the word comes. Which is also prophesied, right? But whatever has to happen to brothers is going to happen. Okay, we're not gonna be like, oh no, we're not gonna do that because, we don't want to go jail. We don't want to go, fines or killed or whatever. That's never been a deterrent issue in the first place, man. Because these things have all happened to us before. But we know Esau's gonna go harder, and start locking brothers up, man. Especially in the time of trouble, man. Esau's gonna start taking taking certain brothers, man, and certain brothers are gonna have to die in this truth, man. You know, and that's just the way it has to be. So we know these things and these days are coming. And this is all, you know, like we keep saying, these are all steps towards that. All right. It says verse 71. So they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. All right. That's what it's gonna be like, man. That's what it's gonna be. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10 says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? So we just got to keep our faith strong, man, even through all these, you know, trials and tribulations that we're going to go through. Right? Because Esau's going to bring down the hammer, man. You know, Revelation 12 and 12 tells you, let me just get it, man. My brain's not functioning proper just yet. It's still kind of early for me. You know, I work late and that, so, you know, I'm usually up a bit later than others. Right. Revelation 12 and 12. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Right. So he's got to put all these things in place, man, so he can just go out there on an onslaught, you know, just go run rampant out here. Because that's what he wants to do, man. He wants to wrap shit up. He wants to get everybody MOTB. He wants to consolidate his power. He wants to, you know, put a crown on his king on his kingdom, man. He wants to, let's say, achieve his goals and have that complete dominion over the earth. Right? So he's got to put all these things in place, man, to subdue everybody. You know? So that's what he's on right now. And another thing here at the UK, not really applying to us per se, because this is to do with people coming into the country. You know, for those already in it, you know, they got other things in store and in play for us. But you know, on the same kind of topic, I guess, right? Because if they're saying teaching that the Bible is a hate crime, right? Because of certain views in the scriptures, right? Then everything that we do is obviously a hate crime, isn't it? When we teach the scriptures, so you know, easy applied elsewhere, right? Hate preachers, broad term. You know, you might just want to uphold your values, but if you know Esau changes what is deemed acceptable or not acceptable, then you're gonna be an enemy towards him, and that's why this word is an enemy to Esau's kingdom. Just as you know, Yahushua is an enemy to the world, and vice versa, right? So hate preachers to be blocked from entering the UK in fresh crackdown on extremism. Right, ministers have all the powers to block people who are non-conducive to the public good. Now, I looked at this word non-conducive, right? It just means harmful to the public good. Why is the truth? Well, not saying, because obviously they're going to be, you know, pointing the fingers at different types of people. But for us, what we're saying harmful when it's righteous? The laws of the scriptures is righteous, man. So telling someone, you know, not to be, you know, a member of the alphabet, right? How's that harmful? In real facts, right? It's Esau and his ideology which is harmful, creating these confused, monstrous people. You know, which is gonna get them destroyed. So Esau's really the harmful one, but he's twisting things up, he's turning things upside down. Okay, which is what he's supposed to do with his lies, right? And he's making those that believe in the Lord their enemy. Okay, while he gets to dictate on how things should be to become the God of this world. He wants to set the rules. It says, and believe that they can be extended to include individuals preaching racism and incitement, which is something they're always trying to throw on us. Like we're inciting this and that, but we're not inciting anything. Okay, the Lord is going to come and do the damage. Okay, if you're saying we're inciting the Lord, that's a different matter, I guess. But the Lord already has it in his mind to come down and bring judgment on this earth, man. We're not telling anyone to do anything except to hold it down, man, and have faith. That's it. To believe. That's it. To keep the commandments to the best of their abilities without harming nobody. Right? That's what we teach. Well, obviously, people out there want to make us look like violent people and whatever, man. But we never, raising our hand to nobody unless, we're being attacked or whatever. Vocab and that trying to make us look like we're the most fucking wanted people on the planet. So hate preachers to be banned from entering the UK. It is understood that officials will identify the most dangerous extremists from countries including Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Indonesia, and add them to warning lists, right? And we know they have these lists. Was it Project Megiddo? All that sort of stuff, man. Okay, we're all on this. Anyone that's against the governments, against the ideologies of Esau, they're on these lists. Red and blue lists and all this kind of stuff, right? So we know these lists exist, and they mention a couple countries, but there's tons more. You don't think they got a list for their own people? Of course they do. Right, so anyone on that list will refuse entry, right? So, let's say brothers traveled now, went to different places. You might be stopped because you happen to be on this list. Because you won't be able to move freely anymore if you happen to be on this list, right? The development follows Rishi Sunak's speech in Downing Street on Friday, in which he said streets had been hijacked by small groups who are hostile to our values. Whose values? Esau's values, because Rishi Sunak is nothing but a product of Esau, right? He's working for the Edomite elite, right? So what about the values that this place was supposed to be founded on, i.e. the Bible, i.e. the laws of the Bible? You've changed what these values are, right? You dismantled what the values you're supposed to be upholding, right? And he's talking about these small groups, right? And well, we're in small groups, aren't we? This is the streets. He said the streets because the prophets are on the streets. We're not in a fucking church or fucking mosque like most of these dudes. The Israelites are on the streets, right? So there's nods to us out here, but they don't want to address it directly. They don't like addressing it directly. So it said, let me read it again. Developments follow Rishi Sunak's speech in Downing Street on Friday, in which he said the streets had been hijacked by small groups who were hostile to our values, right, against this kingdom. Was not the Lord against the current kingdom? Of course he was. Was it time to do anything about it? No, it wasn't then. Same thing now. We're not here to do anything about it right now. It wasn't time, right? But the time's going to come, Yahushua is going to return and fulfill everything that he was supposed to do. All right? So who are hostile to our values and have no respect for our democratic traditions, right? And this is what we're saying about the whole idea of the image of the beast being Christianity. It's not. They don't respect Christianity, man. They don't respect none of these religions. It's just these have been nothing but tools for control, which they've used to great effect. Right? They don't care what you believe and what God what supposed God you worship. They have no interest in that. What they have interest is in their democratic traditions, their values, which is their image. That's their true image. It's not Caesar Borgia. It's not Christianity. They don't care if you believe in Caesar Borgia or not. The mark of the beast isn't going to be you kissing Caesar Borgia as you walk into the store. It's not going to be none of those fucking dumb things, man. They couldn't give a shit about what church you go to. It's not going to matter. All right? All they care about is that you respect their values, man. Their system. What they say is right. What they say is wrong. You better respect that, man. Or you're going to fucking jail. You're getting killed. Something's happening to you. And you're going to get put down, right? That's what it says in Revelation 13. Those that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 15, right? Verses 13 and 15. And he that had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. If you don't respect their values and their democratic traditions, and quote unquote democratic, it's not really, But if you don't respect that, then you're a problem to them. They don't care what denomination you're from or what religion you have. They don't care as long as you obey their laws, obey their system, and respect the things that they uphold, i.e., alphabetisms, right? Things like this. As long as you uphold those things, it's fine. But I'll tell you, this is the thing. In most of these religions, maybe not most of them, but especially definitely the core ones. We've got Christianity and Islam, right? They're the main core ones that are out there. Their scriptures don't support that, man. They don't support alphabetisms, man. All right, but many people here conform to it. Many people conform to it. They don't toe that line. When they toe that line, they accept it. They don't ruffle no feathers. And they change their doctrine. We accept everybody and blah 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 blah. Because that's what these churches have been doing. Oh no, yeah, these people are fine. Yeah, just set a woman pastor up. Yeah, have women. Yeah, women. Everything. Yeah, all good. Oh, we're progressive. It's just bullshit. So it's not about these religions. Esau doesn't care what you believe in, as long as you listen and obey him. Right? So I'm gonna read that again. In which he says streets have been hijacked by small groups who are hostile to our values. Okay, we don't agree. This world is wicked. And have no respect for our democratic traditions. Right? That's what they have a problem with. All right, let me grab something. It's John chapter 7, verse 7. This is what the Lord said. All right. Let's get the point here, right? Verse 7 said, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it. The Lord spoke against the world that was then, and it continues to say stand true today. These words are the enemy of Esau and his system and his kingdom, right? So these words testify against it, right? So because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil, this book condemns them, right? So they're natural enemies, man. Esau doesn't agree with this book at all. He doesn't like the Most High. He doesn't like the Son of the Most High. He doesn't like this word. He is completely set against it because he is the wicked, right? And the works that he does are the works of evil. So of course, these people ain't gonna like what we got to say because they hate the Most High, right? What's that one? Proverbs 12 and 12. No, that's not it. Maybe it's 14 and 14. No. Okay, let's try. Despiseth death. I ain't spelling it right. Oh, how's it go? Sure, it's despise the word shall be destroyed or something like that. $13 and $13. See, there's one in between. I know it's one of those double number ones, right? But anyway, right? Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, right? That's the judgment for this place. And Esau hates the word. And he's also going to be destroyed, right? 100% certainty, right? So whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Right? And Lord, that's us that fear the commandment, and we're going to be rewarded at the end of it for standing firmly for the Most High's word and their names, man. Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Right? That's what we're hoping, right? Let's see, what have we got already? I've got 2 left. All right, let's see what else is in here. So those powers are generally used to prevent people who are known to threaten national security from coming to the UK. Ministers believe that they can make greater use of them to include individuals preaching racism, incitement, or using intimidation or violence to undermine the democratic process. Home Office officials are considering tackling what they are described as far left anti-democratic organizations amid concerns that they are making common cause with Islamist groups. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that means. Or are they saying all these people are joining onto Islamist groups? They like playing that narrative as well. Vocab likes playing that narrative, trying to link us to other groups. Lord Warney, the government's independent advisor on political violence, has been working on a review. In that document, he is asking the leader of every mainstream political party to take a zero-tolerance approach to the menace that is threatening our democracy. To the menace. Okay, the word is the menace to society. Right? The Lord is the menace to society, man. Right? So there has been an unholy alliance between far left groups and some of the Islamist extremism that has been seen on the pro-Palestinian marches. Right? So like I said, they're using that as a vessel to attack this through, right? The Palestinians and everything that's going on with them, and the small hats. It's like the Trojan horse that they're kind of using right now. Extremism has no place in our society, and we will not tolerate tactics that set out to intimidate, threaten, or cause disruption to a law-abiding majority. And that's all they care about. As long as you law-abiding citizens to their rule and to their philosophies, ideologies, and so on and so forth, they got you. They have you. You follow the image of the beast. Right? That's what you're doing. And you believe in this world, and you go back to take his mark. Right? So in recent months, we've also witnessed a small number of protesters display violent and hateful behavior, and the police have our full support in tackling extremism and hate crimes. Right? So they're going to be equipped, given more powers to do things. Right? So we are considering reports, recommendations extremely careful, and will respond in due course. All right. So yeah, they're really trying to do this, man. It's James chapter 4, verse 4. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Right? If you think these people in power are correct and everything that they're pushing is correct, then you're of the world. Right? This word is against the world. And that's what they don't want. They don't want to be challenged. Right? They want their values respected. Right? That's what they want. They want you in line with what they're teaching, essentially. Okay? It says, know you not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Right? So yeah, this word is an enemy to the world, man. Not a friend of the world. This is John 15:18. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also, right? So again, the world was against Yahushua when he came on the scene, teaching what he was teaching. They was against him. And here it is again, things repeat. Okay, we're out here with the word once again. And they're coming against it, coming against us, trying to do things to us, trying to lock us up, trying to get us off the streets, in their various ways. Right? Blocking the videos, locking down channels, doing what they can to futility, because they can't they can't stop the Most High achieving his goals, right? His will, which is, you know, the awakening of the elect. Like I say, we have no interest in everybody, right? This doesn't need to be a big thing. You know, we're not out here to get, you know, massive attention. You know, we only need the elect, and they will be sealed whether or not, you know, brothers is out here or not. But we're commanded to be out there, and that's what we're going to do. Right? So there's nothing you can do to stop it, whether you take us to the streets or do whatever, man. Okay, the elect are going to be sealed. The Most High is going to seal them. Right? And this shit going to get popping, man. And your kingdom's going to be destroyed. Right? It says, but all these things, verse 21, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me, right? And if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. Because Yahushua is the word. You hate the word, you hate the Most High. You hate his word. You hate the Most High, man. So to us, you know, everything you're doing is just revealing who you really are, which is everything we were saying that you are, man. You're the wicked. You're the Edomites, man. Everything that you're doing is showing us that. But these people are like, oh, the Edomites don't exist. They're trying to make it like, you know, they're in denial, man. Everything is showing itself to be as we've been teaching it is, man. You know? If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin, but now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. All right? But this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled. That is written in their law. They hated me without a cause. Right? They hated Yahushua, and he hadn't done nothing, man. They hadn't done nothing to nobody. They were harmed nobody. You know? Pardon me. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeded from the Father, he shall testify of me. Right? This Comforter is this word. Right? This understanding, right? The truth. Spirit of truth. We have the truth. And that's what's with us, the Spirit of truth. Okay, to understand these scriptures, man. Right? And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning. Right? And so we're going to walk that same path Yahushua walked, man. So we're going to be persecuted just like the Lord was persecuted, man. In these latter days. Now I'll close out with this. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Right, so that time is coming, man. And you see they're setting up everything for that to be the case. Now to remove us away from the streets, to keep the to lock off the videos, so you can't access the videos no more. Lock off the internet, you know, whatever they need to do. Okay, they're eventually gonna get around to doing it. You know, because obviously if they're you know gonna criminalize a lot of things that we speak, then you know, brothers are gonna get put in cells and shit, man. You know, like I said, it's just a matter of time, right? That's the direction that they're heading in. Because these men are the ungodly. You know. Anyway, with that, Norman, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So until next time, I say shalom.